Much. Nelson Makanda is my name. Trained in theology at PhD level, and I've been leading the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya, a movement of 900 denominations, over 70,000 congregations, over 12 million Christians across the country. And one of the things that I have encountered over my past many years, maybe about 15, 20 years, of engaging with the church across board the country, is that a critical majority of our pastors lack competence to be able to deliver the duties and the roles and the work and the ministry of a pastor as is required of them. In 2022, I did training across the country, across 40 counties, and I encountered 2,486 pastors who had been selected as trainers, pastor trainers of other pastors for a ministry that we were doing at that time as we were coming out of COVID. And a shocking statistic that I came up with, that 76% of those pastors who had been carefully selected to go and train other pastors did not have training or were ill-equipped and ill-prepared even to go and train others. And yet this was a selected sample from a cohort of about, if you give or take, 70,000 pastors across the country that are under Evangelical Alliance of Kenya. So the need here is humongous, it's enormous. It's not comparable to the growth of the church, because the church is growing rapidly. People are coming to the Lord every day. Churches are being planted. But most of the people who are being assigned the role of a pastor and the ministry of a pastor have not been prepared, have not been mentored, have not been trained. They can't handle the word of God correctly. They do not appreciate evangelical theology. They cannot lead and govern properly, and they are struggling in their own livelihoods. So we find this partnership with CTN as an amazing, amazing gift of God to us. And I'm just grateful that the Lord has opened this door for us to train and equip. And we want to start today with a selected cohort of 100 pastors thereabout, who will go and in turn pick another 10 and run with a group of 10 selected pastors who will then also train other 10. And we want to accelerate this so that in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, we will have almost 10,000 pastors in training. As we train their 100, they go and train their 10, and the 10 go and train their 10, and see that the Lord will use this as a tool to deepen, to ground the faith of believers in this country. Peradventure, we run away from this cliche that Christianity in Africa and the global south is 1 mile wide and 1 inch deep. We want to overcome that challenge together. Thank you, CTN.